Hey guys, what's going on? Rusa here, bringing you a commentary today, and today we're playing Domination on the map Jungle. This is an awesome map, especially for the gun that I'm using. The gun that I'm using is the G11 with the power scope. Now, it did take me a really long time to get this gameplay. This gun's pretty stressful to use. As you can see here, the power scope really isn't that accurate. It does move around a lot when you're zoomed in. And also it really, it blocks all your other surroundings when you do zoom in with the gun, so it's really difficult to use. But the G11 is the assault rifle that you unlock after unlocking every other assault rifle, so you'd expect it to be really good. It looked really beast when I first started playing the game. It's a 3-shot burst gun. I thought it would be able to kill in 1 shot, for the most part, but it seems to be taking 2 to 3 burst, on average, so it's kind of annoying or difficult to use. So I definitely would not suggest this class if you're trying to do extremely well. It does work on bigger maps, but I'll get to that later. But like for instance, I got over 1,000 kills while just trying to get this one gameplay. So it really is difficult to use, and I don't suggest using it if you guys are trying to get a really nice score. You can definitely use the G11. Don't use the power scope or the variable zoom. I've never used the variable zoom, so I don't really know how it is, but I can't imagine it's really any better than the the power scope, just because both scopes are really hard to use, and it's really unfortunate that they don't have a silencer or a red dot or any of that type of scope for this gun, which is really surprising, seeing as it is the last assault rifle that you unlocked, and it is almost the special assault rifle, so I would definitely expect it to have a lot more than it does. But yeah, so it did take me a while to get this gameplay, like I said, guys, and I did get some really good games with this gun. For instance, I did go 71-5, but I wasn't able to get that gameplay, and I'll get to that later as well. Right there, I died by a kid in Last Stand, and this is actually pretty funny because I go back and try to get him, and he actually kills me again. So there's like a lot of deaths that I could have avoided, but I didn't end up avoiding them. See right here, he gets me again. It's pretty crazy. I thought he was still inside the building, but he decided to move out. But I did get over 1,000 kills, and this gun was pretty frustrating to use, but after a while I did get used to it, and what I really noticed is that if you are going to use this gun, you really want to use it on the longer ranged maps. This gun is not something meant for close quarters combat. It's really meant to almost snipe with an assault rifle, rather than having your normal sniper. But see, as you can see, I can get some pretty good distance shots, and I have a really good view of them. If I was using a red dot or something per se, I wouldn't be able to see that far, and I wouldn't be able to get them that easily. But with this gun, it definitely helps, just because it's like a power scope, so it's almost essentially the variable scope, but without the variable zoom, obviously, and of course a different sight. But I really suggest using this gun on longer ranged maps. A good map would be maybe Array. Jungle's a great map to use this on. I have tried to use it on Radiation, but that's really a difficult map to use it on, just because, especially if you're fighting combat in the building, it's really difficult. But for instance, if you're posting up in between the silos, it's also very good. You can look into their spawn, especially if they're spawning at A domination. That's some technique that I tried to use while getting a gameplay for this gun. So it's really, it's really key to do that. So I definitely recommend using this gun on a longer ranged map. For instance, right here, I'm zooming down my sight to get the guys at C, which is where they're spawning. See right there, I'm not zooming in nearly as close, but I still have a nice shot. That scope actually isn't that bad for the Galil, but I do recommend a longer ranged map, and if you guys are trying to use this, definitely do that. The G11 is not very good in close quarters. But yeah, so when I was trying to get some gameplays, I was experiencing a lot of problems with the theater. Usually the theater is pretty reliable. If you guys didn't tell yet, this is live. I was just recording with my capture card because the theater is giving me a lot of problems. Now, I had a couple games where I went 60-5. Like I said, I went 71-5 with the G11 power scope on this exact map, but I was unable to record it. For some reason, the theater wouldn't allow me to record my whole entire game, and it only captured 5 to 7 minutes of each game. In one game, it only captured 3 minutes. When this game I went to go back and check it in the theater, it only captured 3 minutes. Now, I've been talking to some of my friends and they said that host migration may have something to do with it, but I've never had a problem with theater before. I'm wondering if just because the new maps came out, if that's what happened. But I'm not really sure, you know. I usually rely on theater just because I don't like running my capture card because it takes up storage on your computer. So I usually just go back into theater when I have a nice game and just record from there, but for some reason it wasn't allowing me to. So did you guys have any problems with theater the past couple of weeks? I just want to hear feedback from everybody else just because I'm not sure what is happening to mine, but as you guys just saw there, I did get my 3 kill streaks. I'm using the Blackbird, the Chopper Gunner, and the Attack Dogs. My Attack Dogs are out right now, and I'm still maintaining this post just because they are spawning at C. It looks like they're spawning down below C now, over towards A, but they do keep running up here as you see, and especially with this gun, it's really nice to do this with. You can use different guns with this, but this gun is very, very, very good for this. Just because you can see a lot farther, and you have a lot more bullets. Now, that kid just had a really nice bomber right there. He got about 6 to 8 kills, so that's really impressive, and they all decided to spawn right next to me. And somehow, you know, I did get noob tubed by that kid. I don't know how the spawn switched from there to right next to me. For some reason, they think that just because I'm there, they can, you know, put their spawn there, which doesn't make any sense. So I did get 1 kill, then I got noob tubed. So only 4 deaths so far, and 1 or 2 of them shouldn't be there, but it's okay. Now I just pull out my Chopper Gunner, and I know I did fast forward through this, but let me just tell you this. Jungle is absolutely the greatest map for the Chopper Gunner. Literally, wherever they are, you can get them. It's really a wide open map, and any building that's on here is essentially made out of wood. So you can definitely shoot through, you know, the wood with the Chopper Gunner. And it's a really, really, really good map, as you saw there. People are starting to shoot down Chopper Gunners a lot more quicker now, I guess you could say, because they are doing a lot more damage to people than they did before in the beginning of the game, meaning that a lot more people are getting them, and people do have classes to shoot them down. But this is definitely the best map for a Chopper Gunner. Dogs, I would not say this is the greatest map. Dogs are still very important to use just because they are an 11 kill streak and they do get you a lot of kills. For instance, I think mine probably got me about 9 to 10 kills in this game. So it's pretty essential to use, especially if you can get them. Like once you get to 8, you're almost guaranteed to the 9 and the 11. You do end up, you know, getting stuck or shot once you get to 8. It's really frustrating, but if you do put out 8, it allows you to see where all your enemies are, and then you're able to, you know, see where they are, obviously, and then you can get to those 9 and 11 kill streaks to really help you out. Now, kill streaks are really, really like good to use. Depending on what, you know, type of player that you are, if you tend to get lower amounts of kills, you might want to use the lower kill streaks just to help you out. For instance, UAV is really good to use just so you can see where other people are. Then maybe you can start off with napalm and then, you know, let's just say the attack helicopter, for instance. So, you know, it depends on your kill streaks. Kill streaks really help you get a lot of kills in the game. You definitely can't get 50 kills with your gun, so definitely using kill streaks really helps out a lot. So I suggest you guys try it and see how it goes. I bet you do better. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this, please make sure to like the video down below, and have a nice day, guys, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.